It is said that there is an amazing power in all these places, which does not allow evil energies and spirits to wander around. But if we tell you that there is such a church in Goa which is considered to be the world's most haunted church, so will you believe it? This is the story of three friends, Jim, Harry, and Sham, who came to Goa for their vacation. Every young man in India wants to go to Goa. That's why all three were very happy to come to Goa. They went to Goa and took bikes on rent, and started to explore the beauty of Goa. One night they were returning from a party, and they lost their way back. It was quite night in the jungles of Goa. I was not even getting the network in his phone, so that he could Google and find his way. In such a night, he could not even see any person on the road. He was just trying to find the right way riding on his bike. Then at some distance Jim saw a light flashing above that road. Jim told him, looking at the light, he saw a church on that hilltop. The way the moonlight was falling on that church, the church looked very beautiful. Jim felt that there would be someone in the church to ask for help, and to reach back to their hotel. At Jim's behest, all three turned their bikes towards him. What they did not know was that the church in front of them was not a modest church, rather, it is considered the most haunted church in the world. Named Three Kings Chapel, it is considered the most haunted church in the world. It is said that about 200 years ago there used to be three Portuguese kings. They used to stay in that church. There used to be a lot of battles between them to capture that area. One of them killed the families of the other two kings. The people were killed by mixing poison in the food. After that, the king started seeing the bodies of both the dead kings, due to which he became mad. People say that the mad king used to kill whomever he saw with his sword. He became so mad that one night he killed himself by consuming poison. Since then it is believed that the spirits of those three kings still reside in the church. But unaware of all this, Jim, Harry, and Sham are standing in front of that church. The space around it was completely empty. No one around wasn't visible. Jim thought that maybe someone inside the church would. He proceeded to open the door of the church, but the door of the church was closed. He was looking for help around. At the same time, both Harry and Sham were taking photos of each other. While taking the photo, there was a movement where Sham was taking a photo of Harry, that he saw a white shadow behind Harry, and as soon as he removed the camera of the mobile, that shadow had disappeared from there. Suddenly Sham's battery ran out, and his phone was switched off. And on the other hand, Jim again came and stood in front of the church gate. But this time the door of the church was open. Seeing that, Jim felt strange, but still he went inside the church. As soon as he went inside the church, Jim saw a big hall and he heard someone's footsteps. And there he went behind that voice. He saw a man standing near the church with his head bowed. That man was wearing a strange dress. Seeing him, it seemed that he was an old-fashioned king. Jim was standing beside him waiting for his prayer to end. And here Harry and Sham were waiting for Jim standing outside the church. Sham was staring at a big tree near the church. Harry asked, then he said that he saw a white shadow on that tree. It is. Harry was scared at first hearing him, but when he went ahead and looked there was no one there. He felt that Sham was pulling his leg. When he looked at Sham, he was scared. He saw that Sham's eyes are red, and there is what was happening to Harry in a very scary way. Hay came up to him and grabbed him and shook. He was not saying anything. Sham gave Harry a loud push. Harry went straight, fell backwards. Harry started walking towards the tree, and Sham jumped down from the tree. Harry looked forward and saw Sham lying down on the road. He also saw a white shadow there. When Harry saw it, he disappeared from there. He quickly put Sham on his bike and took him to the hospital. While Jim was waiting for the man to finish his prayer, a lot of people gathered in that hall. They were all strange men, and all that standing behind Jim, which Jim had no idea. Jim still wanted to say something to the man who prayed. Jim waited for a while, and then called the man. "Hello sir, a little needed your help." That much was said in the gym, that the man's neck turned upside down. Jim's goosebumps on seeing this. The man who looked like a king started moving towards Jim. Seeing him, Jim screamed loudly. After some time, Harry came back to that church, taking some people with him, got Sham admitted to the hospital, and there he came to know about the haunted Three Kings Chapel Church. When he reached the church to save Jim. So Jim was lying unconscious in the church. There were no injury marks on his body, but he was very nervous. After some time, when he regained consciousness, he told everything about the incident that happened to him. Jim and Harry's life was saved, but Sham died in the hospital itself. Do you think it was a coincidence, or is Three Kings Chapel really a haunted church? We'll definitely tell in the comment.